Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Audemars Piguet Code 1159 self-winding chronograph. It's a white gold case with a smoked gray lacquered dial and a rose gold case. I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about the history compared to some of its other models in the same class, in the same brand. Then talk about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet, movement, try it on, and give you my final thoughts. So let's start with the history. AP came out with the code 1159 in approximately 2019, and when it first came out, it wasn't that well received. But then again, a lot of products when they first hit the market are not well received. Even the Porsche 911 when it first came out wasn't the most well received, or even the AP Royal Oak when it first came out, or the list goes on and on. Basically, when it came out, it was revolutionary for AP, that is, because they were making mostly or almost all sports watches, and here came kind of a dress watch. Not fully a dress watch, but dress watch leaning toward a dress watch. Definitely not a sports watch. And one of the few circular watches that AP makes. They make a lot of octagonal watches like the Royal Oak offshore in their concept, but they didn't make any circular watches like the Code. They made some Jewels Audemars, which I'm not really sure counted because it didn't even have the name Audemars. It had Jewels Audemars. But at any rate, they came out with a circular watch, and at first, like I said, it wasn't well received. But you have to remember, back in 2019, the watch market was very different. Watches weren't on fire like they are now. They were much less in demand. The market for them was much less. They hadn't seen this wild explosion, and really only the watch connoisseurs, people who really liked watches, were buying them. And I think the volume, almost everything, and I know because I was selling watches back then, was much, much less. Just the entire market was much less. So it made sense that it wasn't the most well received. But with a little bit of time, and not even that much time to be honest, 2-3 years, AP has made the Code 1159 really one of their stable lines of watches, and it's here to stay. And it's a good thing. They're expanding on the line, and it's just doing very well. And so we should talk about it. Okay, now this is the chronograph version. Okay, and what is special about the chronograph? Well, AP is making several complications when it comes to the Code. They're making, well, actually a lot of complications. They're making some skeleton versions, some super crazy ultra complications that are costing like $2 million. They're making minute repeaters. I think they're probably costing like, I don't know, 400,000 or 500,000. Okay, and some tourbillons, I think probably costing around 200,000 to 300,000. Okay, and some, I don't know, a perpetual calendar around 100,000. Okay, most of these watches I just named, the tourbillon, the perpetual calendar, the minute repeater, ultra complication, open work, whatever. These are all super grand complication, amazing pieces. But they're all over 100,000, well over 100,000. And for most people, that's not really reality. So what is reality? Well, for most of us, like you, me, and probably 95% of the people listening to this video, you're going to be, if you're thinking about a Code, the most complicated you're going to get is probably the chronograph. Why? Well, because it's around the 50,000 mark retail, and we're selling it for in the 30s at jazztime.com. So that's going to make most sense for most people. And it's not a bad thing because a chronograph is a very beautiful line. And they make one thing less than that, which is there's only chronograph, and then one less than that would be just the regular time only, three-hand, or it's actually time and date, sorry. But yeah, and then they make several different variations. Now the good thing is, with the chronograph and below, you're going to keep this price point at jazztime.com somewhere around 30,000 or less, plus minus some. So that makes this watch attainable for many people. Still a very expensive, very luxurious, very beautiful watch, But at least it's attainable. It's not no $500,000 you have to mortgage your house to buy it, okay? Or this $2 million grand complication that's they only make 7 in the world. Okay, now let's focus on this chronograph here, okay? Now they make the chronograph in many, I told you I was going to compare it to some of the other models. Well, now I'm doing that. And I'm going to tell you the chronograph is made in, they make it in white gold, and they make it in different colors with different case inserts we're going to get to in a second. It has white gold. They make different dials for that. They make it in rose gold, of course, different dials in that. They black with ceramic inserts, etc. Purple, blue, and they even make it in steel now. So rose gold, white gold, and steel. Okay, now let's focus on this white gold one. In the white gold one, they only make it right now in 3 different variations. A smoked blue, which means blue is center and it fades toward black. They make a baguette black dial, the dial that you see here, which is smoked in the middle, but it has rose gold accents. And okay, so let's talk about the case now. Now the case is a code case, as you see. It's one of the first circular watches that AP has done in a very long time. Yes, they've done circular watches, but not in the modern era. So this is one of their first times that they've done it, and it's a 41 millimeter. Now to give you some reference, 41 millimeter is a good size. Actually, I think it's a great size. 40 millimeter is kind of your standard, men's size at the moment, and 44 is a gigantic watch. So 41 is just a little bit bigger than an average man's watch. Now, what is amazing about this case? Well, the case, I believe, it's probably one of the best finished and most intricate cases at this $50,000 level. Why do I say that? Okay, well, look at the lugs. Let me turn the watch on its side. You can see the lugs are hollowed out, okay? And that takes a lot of work. Not a lot of companies do that. In fact, Patek does hollow out some of its lugs, but they do that only for their grand complications and their very expensive watches. They do it on one of their complications. I think it's the 5205. It has a little bit of hollowing out on lugs, but not nearly as crazy as the Code does it. So that's first thing. The lugs are very nice, and if you look closely at it, you notice that the edge is not only the top of it. A lot of it is satin finish, but if you look at the edge of the or each of the edges, they're beveled. I know it's kind of hard to see, but if you look carefully, you'll see that it's beveled, and not only is it beveled, it's high polished, and that goes around all of the case. So you have a so it actually makes the watch kind of glitter or sparkle when you look at it in different lights, and that's because of the way that they polished it. Okay, and as I mentioned, when you look at the side of the case, they've hollowed out the lugs, which I think looks really cool. And if you look at the side, let's look at the side profile. What's really interesting is you'll see that first, the thickness is not very thick. It's 12.6 millimeters. That's the same as a Datejust. So no more complaining about AP is too thick. It's not too thick. 12.6 millimeters is normal. So that's a good size in terms of thickness. It's going to fit under your suit cuff, no problem. And then what you'll notice here is what they did very ingeniously is they actually put an octagonal middle case in here. And you might not notice that at first, but when you look a little carefully, you'll see the case itself, the middle case, is actually made to look like the octagon. And the octagonal look, it pays homage to the Royal Oak, which has the octagonal bezel, which everyone watching this video probably knows. But they put that in the middle of the case, so it still looks like a circle, but it's actually an octagon, and you can't notice it until you look at it sideways. So that's one of the hidden beauties about this watch. So it stays true to the AP heritage. It's not just like, oh, AP made a random circular watch. No, they made this circular watch, but they still paid homage to the original Royal Oak, which I think is really cool. Okay, all right, now also the case itself is rose gold, if you haven't noticed, the middle case. Now if you notice the dial, it has rose gold accents. So all those hour markers, hands, and everything, they're all rose gold, which I think is pretty cool. So that Now, when they change the accents of the hands, they also change the case. So it's nice. It's kind of like wearing, for example, like a belt and a matching shoes, or a pocket square that matches your tie. You know, it's not exactly next to each other, but it's close enough that they match, and it's a very nice touch. Okay, now that's the case I told you I was going to talk about. Now let's talk about the dial. The dial is a smoked lacquered gray dial with a sunburst pattern. What does that mean? Okay, well actually it's basically black, okay? But the center is smoked such that the center looks lighter than the edges, which I really find is a very nice is a very nice way to present the dial. Instead of just having one flat color, they make the center a little bit lighter. And you have this sunburst. Sunburst just means that it radiates out from the center. Okay, and then the hour markers and hands and all the accents actually that you see are pink gold applied, and I think that looks pretty nice considering that the side, as I said, side of the case is rose gold. Okay, now let's talk about the bracelet. Now the bracelet is a black rubber coated strap with an 18 karat white gold pin buckle. Let's break that down a little bit. This strap here, it looks like a canvas strap, but actually it's not a canvas strap. It's a black rubber strap that's coated to look like canvas. Now, why would they do such a thing? Well, if it was actually made out of canvas itself, when you go into water, it would start to fall apart. And over time, it would fall apart and it would look quite not that great. It would not be very waterproof, you know. So that's not really a good thing. And AP solved that by giving this canvas look, but still using the durability of rubber. So it's a very smart system. Now, let me tell you another side fact that probably most people don't know is that when this watch first came out, it came out in this exact configuration, but it actually came out on black leather, crocodile. Now, that proved for whatever reason to be not as popular, or maybe AP wanted to freshen their look by putting it on canvas, which is much hipper look. But if you wanted to, you could put it back on the leather, crocodile leather. And why would you want to do that? Well, if you put it on a crocodile leather strap, it's going to make the watch look much more dressy. And in fact, you could wear it as a dress watch. You could switch it out, put on, you know, a nice suit, and then have a crocodile strap, maybe matching your crocodile shoes, or, you know, nice leather shoes, and or put a suit on, and it would look perfectly, it would look awesome. And or you could switch it out to this black canvas strap and then wear it with, you know, jeans and t-shirt. So it's a very versatile watch. You know, it can kind of go both ways. And you can't really say that about the Royal Oak, because the Royal Oak, it's just a sports watch. So that's one of the beauties of this code. Okay, let's get down to the next part. Oh yeah, and by the way, it has this pin buckle. I like the pin buckle. I don't like the deployant. The deployant used to sit kind of funny, that they made, and I think they're going toward the pin buckle mostly. And I think the pin buckle is much better. But actually, they made a new deployant, by the way, that is really nice. It's doesn't sit funny, so I guess I should take that back. But I do like this pin buckle. It's like a belt buckle, easy to put on and off. Okay, now let's talk about the movement here. Now, what is there to talk about the movement? Well, a lot. It's a new movement, caliber 4401, and it has 381 parts. To give you an idea, that's not a lot of parts, but it's a decent amount of parts. For a chronograph, it's usually somewhere between high 200s and up to 400. So 381 parts, it's a lot of parts. And what is beautiful and what's good about it? Well, I believe, well, first of all, just look at it. Doesn't it look beautiful to you? If you look at the rotor, it's in gold. That of course is beautiful, and it's cut out. I like that they cut out the rotor as opposed to putting it just a big whomping rotor. Why? Because that means you can actually see through the rotor and look at the movement. And also, it takes more work to cut out and hollow out the rotor, which looks fantastic. And I like that when you look at this movement, there's just a lot going on. And AP just developed these new movements, and they put the same movement as 4401 in their other watches, their Royal Oak offshores. So they use the same movement across different categories of their watches. Like they put it in the Code, they put it in the actually, you know what? I think they even put it in the Royal Oak. So they put it in the Royal Oak, and I believe they put it in the Code or the offshore as well. So they put it across all of them, and there's no reason not to. It means the engine, right? To use the same engine and change out the chassis. so it kind of makes sense. And you know, I believe it looks pretty awesome. And if you compare this across other brands to, for example, like Patek or maybe Vacheron, I believe AP's new movements, not their old movements, but their new one, looks better than the Patek movements. You know, Patek movements to me look actually kind of boring. So, all right, anyways, so time to give you my thoughts. Let me and try this watch on. I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. I have a 7.5-inch wrist, and as you can see, the watch looks perfect on me. I think the Code 1159 is a fantastic watch. In fact, I have one, so I really like it. And what do I like about it? Well, I like circular watches. You know, of course, the Royal Oak is iconic. You know, you love it. It's amazing. But at the same time, you want to have a circular watch because circular watches are traditional. They've been around for, you know, 200 years or 100 something plus years. So it's, you know, in every man's collection, I think you got to have a circular watch. And AP making the circular watch, it's of the AP quality, it's of the beautiful AP design, and I think you just gotta have one. It's just quite beautiful. And so I like the circular watch from AP. I also like the Royal, but I also like having the Code. And as I said at the beginning of the video, they make amazing other complications and stuff, but those ones are all over $100,000. So for most of us here, you know, we can't choose those watches because they're just too expensive. So the Chronograph is just a good place to be. It still has a complication. It still looks complicated, you know, more complicated than time and date. To be honest, I don't like the time and date. It looks too plain to me. So I like this Chronograph. It has a, you know, still a lot going on, and it's still at a price point that's reasonable. Now, with that said, it just comes down to which material. Do I want rose, white? I do like white because it's understated, doesn't look like, you know, so flashy. And so, yeah, I like this watch a lot. And, you know, if you'd like to buy it, please go to jazztime.com because we sell it at the lowest price anywhere online.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.